Hey, and welcome to the first episode of Inside Treese's Nook. I'm Treese, and this is where I give you my honest take on whatever I've just finished reading. No fluff, no spoilers you didn't ask for, just real talk from my corner of the internet. So, real quick before we get into it, let me tell you how my rating scale works because it is a little different and I want you to understand it before we dive in. I rate every book into two categories. I call it my code system because I'm also the girl behind Barely Pressed Beauty, and nails are my love language. For romance, the first category is called the base coat, and that's the story, the characters, the writing, and the foundation. And the second category is called the top coat. That's the heat, the tension, and those spicy scenes. Both of these are rated out of 5. For thrillers, it's the same thing. The base focuses on the story, and the top coat focuses on how fast it pulls me in and how hard it was to put down. Both of these are also scored out of 5. That way you always know exactly what you're walking into before you crack open the book. So now let's get into it. So this first review would be about Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. This book throws you straight into the deep end from page 1, and somehow, even when it hurt, I didn't want to put it down. Here's what you need to know going in. We're following Josiah and Yasmin, a divorced couple who are still very much in each other's lives as co-parents and business partners, which means there is absolutely no escaping each other or the history between them. The story slowly peels back the layers of what broke them apart, and grief is sitting right at the center of all of it. It's being marketed as a second chance romance, and honestly, that is very accurate, but it also undersells how emotionally heavy this one actually gets. Reading this felt like a slow burn that earns every single degree of heat. I wouldn't say I flew through it in one sitting, but I was genuinely excited to come back to it every time I put it down, which for a slow burn, that says something. The thing that really got me was the pacing in those early chapters. Kennedy Ryan packs a lot into the opening. Like, I sighed, whew, that was a lot a few times while reading those first chapters, but it never felt messy or rushed. Every piece of the story builds on the last, and nothing is thrown in just a few pages. I love that she trusted the reader to keep up with the story right from the start. What worked for me was the grief storyline. The way this book shows how loss can quietly dismantle a relationship, even between two people who genuinely love each other, that felt very relatable to me. It's not a plot device, it's the whole reason, and that made everything hit so much harder. What didn't work for me was the secondary characters. They never really grabbed me from the beginning. I kept wanting someone in the supporting cast to stand out, and it just didn't happen for me. If you're someone who loves emotionally layered romance, where the feelings hit harder than the plot twist, you will love this one. So for the rating, I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 base coats for the story and a 4 out of 5 rating for the top coats for the heat. So overall, a strong, emotionally satisfying romance that met every expectation I walked in with, and then some. The bottom line, read it. And here's who I think will love this the most. Anyone who wants their romance with real weight behind it. A reader who doesn't mind sitting in the grief a little before they get to the good part. So that's my review for Before I Let Go. And if you want the full written breakdown, it's right below this audio. Same thoughts, just cleaned up a little bit. And if you're listening on the go, I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for being in the Nook.